Buenas tardes. Yo soy Laina Arras. Good afternoon. I am Laina Arras. I am here to introduce to you some of the things that we're doing at the law school across the street. Now, those of you who are familiar with law school, you'll understand that it's about torts, it's about contracts, but BYU has something special to offer. We have several programs at BYU, one of which, headed by Professor David Dominguez, is called community lawyering. Community lawyering is all about empowering people. Letitia talked about empowerment and how great it makes a person feel to be able to do something on their own, to be able to show somebody else, you can do this too. I can show you, and you can be powerful in your own community. She also spoke about a time when Spanish-speaking families didn't speak Spanish. My parents grew up in that time. Therefore, I didn't grow up speaking Spanish, but I took it upon myself to try to learn Spanish. I'd say I probably have about a missionary-level Spanish. I'm getting there. I'm trying. One thing about community lawyering is it's all about God's plan, God's potential for each and every one of us. And the great thing about being at a Christian university is as Christians, we have a duty to go out there and spread the gospel, spread the good news. And that's what community lawyering is all about. And what I want to tell you about today is what we call community law help for immigrants. This is a project that started out very small with 3 ambitious law students. Bill Cararuzman, is that right? Okay. Matt Brown and Logan Gillette. These were all students in Professor Dominguez's community lawyering class. This project was so phenomenal that it attracted so many people that now we've got people like Professor Backman and his community-based legal research class, Professor Griffith with her street law class, Professor Jasperson of UVSC with her paralegal class, Professor Breiner here at BYU in his political science class. We have people from all over the community wanting to be a part of this. Centro Hispano, Timpanogos, what is that? Community Network, Timpanogos Community Network. This project started out in a very small community, I guess I shouldn't say small community, a large community in Provo, in southwest Provo, the Boulders community. Now this community is probably about 40% Spanish speaking, and as Letitia said, they're from all over the place. I mean, you never know what country you're talking to. The Spanish is sometimes a little bit different. Sometimes I get it, sometimes they don't. So what they started is, okay, we want to do something with immigration. We want an immigration clinic. But it didn't go over too well. They didn't have attorneys on hand to sort of help them advise and give the kind of advice that they couldn't give as law students. So they started out with monthly seminars. These seminars started out in October of 2003. Their first speaker was Sylvia Pena. Then we had Barbara Melendez, Paige Benjamin, Marlene Gonzalez, and tomorrow we're going to have one with Yvette Diaz. This presentation will be held at the Provo City Library in room 201 at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, and everybody is invited. We welcome you to come and to bring everyone who you think might be interested in immigration issues. Some of the things that Yvette will be talking about are President Bush's proposal for temporary work visas. That's just one of many things, but it's a real hot topic, and it's why immigration is especially important. As I said, it was such an amazing project that we got so many people involved. I mean, at UVSC, Professor Gary Breiner brought his mediation student, oh no, that was here. Gary Breiner brought political science. Grant Richards of UVSC brought mediation students. The mediation students teach us something about listening, about knowing how to listen to somebody with an open heart and an open mind, about knowing how to just sit there and be silent and listen so that you can really hear the story of what a person has to say. And what we want from you today is we want your involvement. We want your participation. We truly believe that, as Christ said, inasmuch as you do it unto the least of these, you do it unto him. So because I didn't start this project and I've just recently become involved, what I want to do is turn some time over to a couple of the founders, Bill and Matt, and I want them to share some of their experiences and some of the things that has really shown them why this is such an important issue. So I'll go ahead and turn some time over to Bill.